Alright guys, real quick, if you're subscribed for cigars, don't worry, they're gonna keep coming. This ain't a cigar video, but this is on Wargaming on historicals. I've uploaded a few cigar videos. I have more in the future coming up, many. Some that are already shot, they're waiting to be uploaded, so this is just for my other subscribers. But if you like history, if you're here I'm watching the Vikings question panel, which is an awesome show. They're working on season 2. And a lot of people are getting interested on historicals now because of that show. That and Game of Thrones, so this might be something you like. But, and believe it or not, in Greece, my two favorite things, wargaming and cigars, are combined, where they have a store where it's a wargaming store, you know, what this is about, which you think they have nothing to do with each other, but you actually, it's indoor cigar lounge with wargaming, so you can imagine how awesome that is for someone that does their two favorite hobbies. So I'll make sure to, if I, when I go back to Greece, if I can shoot some film in there and show you guys. But that's pretty sweet. It's in the heart of Athens. It's a wargaming store, all this type of stuff, and they have hookahs and cigars and leather couches. It's awesome. Anyway, cigar video is coming up, and this is an unboxing for some historicals I got. This is from Architects of War. Comes from Maryland, so a little bit faster if you're on the East Coast than if you're in the Southeast Coast. About a day faster than War Store. And this is the U.S. stockist of Gripping Beast. Pretty much most British miniature companies, they're the stockist in the U.S. and they're in Maryland. So if you're on the East Coast, it's gonna get to you real quick. If you're in California, in the middle, you know, it's gonna be a little bit longer. But anyway, I took advantage. They had a huge sale on Viking stuff and late Crusades and Teutonics. So and they also had another deal where if you spend $100, if you spend 50 or more, you get free shipping always. But they also had this other deal, and pretty much I got this for spending $100. It was either chickens and a fox or hogs, like pigs, which is cool. You can use it for scenery. You know, I use it for like make like a pigsty. If you spend like $150, they give you a pigsty or some different little things, and you can use this for that. Like it'll look nice on a table for Saga or Hail Caesar. But as you can see, I got a ton of Gripping Beast stuff. Most of this are Vikings, are heroes for Saga, which of course you can also use in Hail Caesar, any historical game that's, you know, Dark Ages. And so first off, let me show you. There's also one blister in here that I painted, which I'll show you guys. They're right here. I don't know if it's in the camera. So it has a huge angle of the camera, but it doesn't have a. I can't see what I'm filming. So, but I'll put it close to the camera. Anyway, I got 2 blisters of Teutonic Knights that are from Gripping Beast. These were 30% off. Each one comes with 4. This one's LCF 19, Teutonic Knights Looking Hard. You can see this on the Architects of War website. They have a picture of them painted up. And $8.80 for 4 of them. They have their great helms. So these are Teutonic Knights. So they have the cloaks. They have the really cool, distinctive great helms with the curved plumes, and they have great axes, and I think a couple have swords, and really cool shields. So these guys look awesome. And for sure, I'm gonna make at least a painting tutorial, like a general painting tutorial for everything. So there's gonna be one for Vikings and one for a Crusader type, because I also picked up a couple of Crusader models, Crusader era models, which, you know, kind of go hand in hand with Saga. And people always said, "Oh no, it's literally the Crusades started 30 years after the end of the Dark Age, which is 1066, which is what you see in Saga." So people don't understand it's a 30-year difference. It's not centuries, not even half a century. So, you know, thinking that, I bought Crusaders from Fireforge Games, which I'll review, which are amazing, which are these guys right here. This is one. This is a crossbowman that I got, Fireforge Games. This is an unboxing, but, you know, this is related to it. And anyway, Saga, if you're in the newsletter, you would have gotten an email that said that, like I always said they should, since even before I even played Saga, when I was reading about it, I said, wouldn't this be awesome if they did a Crusade version? And so in anticipation to that, and because I know that the Crusades started 30 years after the Dark Age, which didn't exactly end in 1066. I mean, it's not like the Irish and the Welsh were wiped out; they still existed. So Dark Age is all the way up to the 11th century at least. But anyway, I bought these guys because they're cheap. They're gorgeous models. You get a ton of variety in the box from Fireball Forge Games, and you can use them as Normans. As you can see, the Normans in Saga use crossbows. And I have so many Saga armies that I didn't really feel like spending another $100 on the Norman 4-point warband, which we don't even play 4 points anymore. So that would be $100 just for the 4 points, and I'd have to spend probably another $50 to get the other 2 points to bring it up to 6. So with one box, I got 6 points worth of stuff pretty much. Nothing mounted, but I got in the box you can make 24 crossbowmen, and as you can see, these are Crusader bowmen, and they're called foot sergeants. So pretty much you can use this for anything. You can use this for, at that time, pretty much most armies looked very similar from Western Europe. This guy could be British, he could be French, and France was several different kingdoms of wars. This guy could be Burgundian, he could be Frankish, Norman, Carolingian, anything. This guy is, he could be from France, he could be Iberian, he could be from the British Isles. And so this is perfect for a Saga Norman army. You get more than enough to make a 1 point worth of crossbowmen, which is the max you can get. And a ton of infantry if you want to take dismounted Franks or Bretons or Carolingians or Normans, of course. But anyway, side note. So let me show you what I got in the box. I'll do a separate video on that. I got Olaf Tryggvason and retainers. This is I don't know if there's rules. I believe there's rules for him in Saga, but a lot of these were made before Saga came out. But as you know, Gripping Beast, most British companies that make models, historicals, they make the models, and then after they get, they grow, and after they grow and grow and grow, they eventually they have enough money to make their own rule set, and that's what Gripping Beast did. They made Saga with Studio Tomahawk, but a lot of these models were made before Saga. So if you see the newer ones like the Gunnar Hamunderson, which I'm also going to buy, he comes with a rule pamphlet. He was made specifically for Saga, but a lot of these are usable, are for Saga, including these guys. Obviously not the Teutonics, but what's perfect, before I even got the email, now I have 8 Teutonic Knights, which I'm guessing I'm going to be able to use in the Crusader version of Saga, which comes out in 2014, like I told you guys. So the box that I bought from Fireforge with Crusaders, I'm guessing I'll be able to use, plus the Teutonic Knights I have. Anyway, Olaf Tryggvason and retainers. It's Olaf Tryggvason, who was king of Norway, and he's the son of the first king of Norway, and they say he built the first church in Norway, the first Christian church, and he did a lot of reforming in Norway to make it Christian, and he was only king for around 5 years. But his father was also famous, and I believe his sons as well. But he's known for building the first church and for making the city of Trondheim, as per the description I got from when I bought the model. And he comes with 3 retainers, which is really cool. So I'm guessing he's kind of like Harald Hardrada, where he comes with like Harold Godwinson, where he comes with his 2 brothers. So they take wounds for him, I guess. I don't know about the rules because I don't have the book. I only have the main rule book for Saga. But it's 4 models. They look gorgeous. When they're painted, I'll show them to you again, so I'll do a part 2 of all this type of stuff. When it's all painted, it'll be a while from now, but one of these, I don't know if you guys want to put in the description after you've seen them all what you want me to paint. I'm gonna paint all of them, but I can't film all of them. That would take way too much time, and it would be very slow. So if there's something here that you really want to see painted, let me know. I believe there's like 1 or 2 for actual Gripping Beast model painting tutorials. I believe there's only 1. There is a painting tutorial for Saga that I've seen, which is famous, has a ton of views, but it's not for Gripping Beast models. So this is, I'm gonna make 4 actual Saga Gripping Beast models. It was meant to be played. But anyway, here I have Harald Hardrada. You can get him 2 different. No, never mind. Harold Godwinson you can get 2 different ways. But this is the single Harald Hardrada that you can get. The Norwegian Viking king who fought Harold Godwinson at Stamford Bridge and died. But he did a ton of stuff before that. He was a Varangian guard. This is the guy that, they sell the Varangian guard in a separate 4-pack, which I'm gonna get, that he can buy. But this guy looks sweet. He's on a rock. This might be the guy that I'm gonna do for the painting tutorial. Here I have, of course, one of the most important, Alfred the Great, the greatest king of the Britons. Right there. Who reformed England, and he invented the Targe shield, where we get the word target, if you guys didn't know that. and a whole bunch of different pieces of armor and schools and lots of reforms that he made. He really did a lot of great things for England. Reformed it and made them more educated. Of course, I had to get this guy. I play Vikings. So Ragnar Lothbrok, quintessential Viking leader, who's the star of this show, Vikings, which I love. That's why I love the show so much, and it keeps me excited about Saga, because the show's amazing. It's as good production quality as Game of Thrones if you watch that. It's pretty sweet. But here's Ragnar Lothbrok. This is like an older version, as you can see pretty clearly. He's like a older, fat, huge pot belly, really rounded stomach. He still looks cool though. He has kind of like his spear on his back, and there's also rules for him as well. And Harold Godwinson, last Saxon king of England. There's 2 of these that you can buy. I bought the single pack. I didn't know that in the rules in the book, he comes with retainers, so this is kind of useless unless you want to proxy 2 other models to be his 2 brothers, which is how the rules are. But it's not useless because the model that you get that comes with the 2 brothers is different from this. So there's 2 Harold Godwinson models that Griffin Beast makes. So this is what I got. I also bought some bases, some round bases, as you can see here. You get 50 for $4, which is amazing. That's more than enough for Saga. And they're the same for bolt action. It's Renedra. These green bases here. I bought the circle ones. I have probably 5-6 different types of Renedra bases, and with $20, I've probably bought enough to base countless armies. They come in packs. And I got a ton of them for very little money, and they're super universal. You can use it for a million different things. But anyway, this was the unboxing. It was this stuff you see here, this, and of course the rulebook, and the rulebook for Saga, the main one, because I didn't have it. I was using my friend's, so now I have my own battle boards and stuff. And I don't need to buy any expansions right now, except for one, the Northern Fury, because I play Saxons. You can see here I have some Saxons. Got a little warlord here that I'm working on, and so I am going to need Northern Fury and Anglo-Danish dice. But my favorite army is Vikings, is the main, Saga's all about Vikings, so that's like the quintessential army is Vikings, so all you need is the rulebook. That and the Viking dice. But anyway, that's about it. I got a ton of heroes: Ragnar Lothbrok, Harold Godwinson, Alfred the Great, Harald Hardrada, Olaf Tryggvason. In my next order I'm getting Gunnar Hamundarson, and some other guys. Here I have 2 packs of Teutonic Knights, which I can use for Deus Vult, which I'll get to in another video. But just a quick unboxing. I got all this stuff, if you're looking for the stockist, if you don't know already, for Gripping Beast models. Not just the plastic, but the actual metal models, and where you can get the 4-point warbands. It is Architects of War. If anybody from Architects of War watches this, maybe send me some stuff and I'll do painting tutorials. This was the other thing that came. Yeah, this is the Viking Heroes pack, and these guys are finished, ready to play. I just finished varnishing them today. As you can see, everything hand painted, no decals, no nothing. You can see, like, I did a raven on this guy's shield. I put the tufts on him, 3 different types of basing material, 5 layers just in the basing. Many different layers, trim on his cloak, on his tunic, I mean. Lots of highlighting. As you can see here, I'm going to put it even closer. There you go. I found this color. I liked it. I didn't want to make the sheath, the scabbard, just in plain brown, so I chose this nice off blue gray color. This guy looks really, really awesome. And they're just, you can use them for warlords. They can be a warlord of your warband. They can be standalone skirmishers. You can say they're berserkers for if you're playing Vikings, and they look real. This guy could be a Saxon. He could be a Dane. He could be Norse Gale. He could be Joms Viking. Normal Viking. He is a normal Viking, but back then they all looked similar. He's got chainmail and a round shield, so you could use him for anybody. He can be a Hearthguard unit. Would be perfect because it comes with 4, so it's perfect for a Hearthguard unit. And also as a leader for any game, not just Saga. I can use this as a division commander, platoon commander, regiment commander, division commander for Hail Caesar and any other game. Here's another one. This is probably one of my favorite. He's shirtless. He's got the long black hair with braids and a beard. He's got an axe and a dagger. This guy reminds me of Conan. not the crappy new movie that came out. That's which is horrible. I mean, not even the original movie, which was also horrible. But Conan, as in the books by Robert E. Howard, the short stories and the comic books, the graphic novels. I mean, by Dark Horse, which I grew up reading. So this guy's like Conan for me. This guy's awesome, and this guy would be perfect as a berserker because, as you can see, he's got these dual wielding an axe, like a hatchet type axe, kind of like French Indian War style with a backwards dagger. You know, shirtless, in a really cool pose. And then this guy, probably the coolest guy. He's huge, and he's kind of stepping on a rock there. He's got a huge Dane axe. He's got a gray wolf pelt that I painted there. I really like how the trim came out that I put on his legs, on the tyings or whatever they're called. You know, some highlighting on the scabbard, you know, highlighting everywhere. Gave him kind of like a... It's really hard to paint yellow, and I only have probably 2 yellow colors. So all of these colors, this yellow cloak was probably 5 different layers of experimenting with yellow, because I don't have like a pure yellow color. Or I had to work with this tank yellow and some other really dark yellows that was very hard, because I don't have yellow is a very hard color to paint. It's like red and white, you can't just slap it on, so it's real challenging, but I think it came out decent. You know, tabletop quality for the cape. Everything else is, you know, top quality. Without, you know, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I've painted long enough to recognize my stuff as higher than tabletop quality. Again, to this guy. This guy looks sweet with the raven. And then this guy, my second favorite, as you can see, with a swirl on the shield, and he's got look how awesome that his shield is. Yeah. Oh, you guys missed it. Guys, watch the show Vikings. It's awesome. You can watch it on historychannel.com. I believe it's free. All the episodes. Anyway. It's the best thing to watch while you're painting. Besides my videos. And I did... The first time I ever tried this, I'll show you guys my painting tutorial how I did it. If you guys like how it came out, let me know. To show slashing on the shield like it's battle worn. If you guys like how it looks, or what you guys want to know how I did it, I'll be doing painting tutorial showing you guys how I did it. It's real simple. Also how to do this, because they do look extremely intimidating. If you've been painting for a year, maybe 2 years, or if you're brand new and you see all these crazy designs, you go straight ahead. Okay, I'm gonna buy decals. And to me, using decals is more difficult than painting it on. Decals are a huge pain in the ass for me. I hate them. It's so easy for them to get destroyed, for them to ruin your model. You have to do all these special things to it, and some shields, they don't fit right because they have this weird edge if you're using the plastics. Stay away from decals. At least try, you know, maybe buy some Wargaming factory models that are cheaper and try to hand paint them. It's really not that difficult. If you need, I'll show you a method of how you can begin to do it using masking tape, which is dirt cheap. You can get almost anywhere, and it really helps you if you want to do like straight lines and angles, and it comes out gorgeous. And it's really nice to say this is a hand painted shield. I didn't use a decal. One, you're saving money, you're saving time, and trust me, if you've never used decals, they are a huge pain. It takes a while to learn how to use them. It is awesome for things like vehicles, like World War II tanks and stuff like that. The decals, you need them. I mean, unless you want to draw everything, I mean, you paint everything, you can. But I really like decals, but not for shields, especially not in Dark Age shields. For ancients, yes, like my Greek hoplites, because I have tons of them, and there's also different and unique and intricate. But for stuff like this, you can paint this. This is not a big deal, and I'll show you guys how I did it. It's not that difficult. And a lot of these things, I'm saying they're not that difficult because I know when I had first started, if someone had told me, I would have been able to do it, because it's not that difficult. It's just people don't want to give their secrets away. There's no videos on how to hand paint shields on YouTube, and if there is, you know, they probably don't give. I don't know. I mean, I'll show you guys. I have no secrets, nothing left behind. I'll show you guys exactly how I painted all these guys. I really like the color I used on his cloak, and it was kind of not a mistake, but I thought it was gonna be a different color. The pot looked a lot different and even on the palette it looked different. When I actually put it on the model, it really came this really nice orangey reddish brown color, and I really like how it came out. You know, the contrast with the black and the yellow, it looks real nice, and the green trim on his tunic, some light blue, light off gray blue on his thing. Anyway, these are Viking heroes. If you guys would like these, if you want to buy them, since I know I can replicate the paint job, or if you have something from Saga that you would like me to paint, I'm a commission painter. Here I've got a ton of stuff that's other people's stuff that I'm commissioned to paint, and I have about 4 or 5 clients right now. And it's mostly Flames of War stuff. That's my specialty. But if there's something in Saga you would like me to paint, let me know. If you want to buy one of these guys or buy it as a set, I'm not looking to sell them, but if you can just make me a good offer, if you're in the US for sure. I don't know about shipping to other places, but if you're in the US or Canada, then for sure I can, easy to ship. I post offices everywhere. But contact me if you want to buy them. I'm not really selling them, but you know, if you give me a good offer. I saw one on eBay. It was a 2-day auction. It was a plain, not even as intricate as this. I mean, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it really wasn't. You can look at it yourself if you find it. It was a Welsh warlord. Had like 20, almost 30 bids. And the single model was going for almost $60, and the bid was still had hours left. And it didn't even have free shipping, so that's another $10 you're gonna have to pay for shipping. So $70 for a single model, and it was really plain. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, if that's what they go for, then I wouldn't mind selling it for that much. But I mean, that's pretty. I'll take advantage of that, and obviously, if I sell them as a pack, it'll be a bigger discount. If I sell all 4 of them, which would be perfect, as I said, as warlords, as a berserker unit. They can very well be Varangian Guard. They can be Hearthguard, berserkers, warlords. You know, that way you have 4 different warlords. You can switch them out, not have the same warlord every single time. Anyway, that was my unboxing. This was all of this stint that I went through was because this was also in there. But again, these are the Viking Heroes pack from Gripping Beast Metal. You can get it at architectsofwar.com. Great pack. If from what you saw there's something you would like to see or something you haven't seen, something you want me to do, a type of tutorial, painting tutorial, basing tutorial, anything, just let me know. On any era of historicals, pretty much. I mean, there's no period. If it's historical, I like it. And if it's maybe a conflict that I don't know about, I would love to learn about it. Any period, there's not a single period in history that I don't like, from prehistory, 5000 BC, all the way to even modern times, all the Cold War, everything. World War II, World War I, American Civil War, everything. Then in a bit I'm going to start getting into Napoleonics. Next, after this, I'm doing a Crusades video. But anyway, any questions, let me know. Any video ideas you guys have, any requests. That's about it. Alright guys, till next time.